Hey guys, Reveiw here again with another narration. I'm back on my Capcom track. I decided to do Resident Evil 2 this time. Resident Evil 2 takes place in the Raccoon City area in around 1998. Yeah, it all takes place the same year, just a few months apart. Seems like years though, but it's a few months apart. What Resident Evil 2 is basically you play as a famed police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, and Chris's little sister, Claire. Basically, Claire runs into a diner. She's looking for people because the city's deserted. Sees a zombie, runs out the back door. There's Leon there with a handgun pointing at the door. She goes, "Don't shoot." He yells, "Get down," shoots the zombie in the face. Zombie turns into dead zombie. Actually, that's quite a contradictory term. But anywho, yes, they run through the city. They get into a cop car. They drive down Main Street. Some psycho gets bit who's driving a semi. Semi chases them down this main street. Well, it drives blindly down the main drag. Just so happens they're driving that way. Zombie pops out of the back seat of the car. Leon tries to swerve left and right to avoid it. Hits telephone pole. Zombie goes through front or rear windshield, depending which story mode you're playing. Then Leon looks down the street, or Claire, depending whoever. They gasp and they go, "That meaning it's going to ram us." They get out of the car, run two separate directions. Semi hits car. Semi rolls over. Spark somewhere happens and fuel ignites. Then and then whoever you play as tells the other character to run to the police station. You run through, depending on what story mode you play again, you run through various sides of Raccoons. You run through one side of Raccoon City. Oh, excuse me. You run through two sides of the city. Depending if you're playing story A or B. Get to the police station. Then you're like, okay, they said meet me here. What do I do? Oh, guess what? You gotta go around a little bit. Run around, do a little bit of exploring. As soon as you get to the stars room, I don't know what's up my throat. Sorry guys, it's Thanksgiving and I've been cramming into the little smoky wieners you stick on toothpicks and eat off the toothpick. Oh my god, those things are to die for. But anywho, oh yeah, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to all of you who are listening. If you're watching this after, happy late Thanksgiving, and whenever you decide to watch this again, happy whatever holiday this is. Damn, those things are good. Yeah. Resident Evil 2. Okay, police station. You meet up in the STARS office, and that's when whoever you are, read Chris's or you read. I'm gonna say Chris or Claire's. You read Chris's diary. And underneath Chris's diary in story A, the unicorn medal is going to be there, and it's just basically you run through the police station, do a shitload of puzzles, then you have to go through the kennel. Underneath, basically you're going from the police station into the sewers, and there's a manhole in the dog kennel. You go through there, you go through this mini sewer, and then you're in the sewage disposal plant. In the first two games, there seems to be a pattern. You go through the sewage disposal plant, then congratulations, you're into the Umbrella Labs. You go through the Umbrella Labs, you find out more about, and that's just basically the short way of defeating the game. To go more in depth into it, when you run around, you meet Marvin Braw. I can't say his name because I think that's how it is, Marvin Braw. Basically, he's a black guy who gives you the key card to unlock all the doors. He turns into a zombie. You fight him, kill him. If you die by him, you're pathetic. Basically, here's a hint. If you're afraid by him, you know what to do. Take a shotgun, look up. Wait till he gets in range, pull the trigger, instant head gib. Or head decapitation, whatever term you want to use. Decapitation, gibbed, brain stew, whatever. Then you meet Sherry Birkin, Professor William Birkin, who developed the G virus, and Annette Birkin's daughter. And Annette Birkin, you meet Sherry, Annette, and William all in the game. Anyone else you meet entering the police station? Depending on I think only in Claire's mode, you meet Chief Brian Irons. He's the only person you meet in Claire's story is Brian Irons. In the Leon story, you just hear about him and you're like, okay, I don't hear a damn thing about him, so he's not really important. Claire, you actually see him, and you see the mayor's dead daughter that he was told to protect, but he just shot her. And later, Chief Irons gets ripped apart due to William. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's William or the monster you fight on the turntable going down to the labs. Either way, he shoots something into your mouth, and it basically rips your chest in half. Chief Brian Irons dies that way, and some random reporter named Brad, I think his name was, or Benny, whatever his name is, basically his chest rips open, thing comes out and crawls away. Then when you get into the sewers, right before you fight the alligator boss, he plays Ada in Leon's story. You meet Annette Birkin through Ada. Then you meet Annette Birkin later in the game as Leon. Claire, I forget, because I can't remember Claire's story very well for the life of me. I can remember Leon's like the back of my hand, but Claire, that's like a challenge. I think that's going to be my goal for Thanksgiving all day, is just play Resident Evil 2 Claire's story until I know where everything is, like Leon's, and play it like the back of my hand. Let's see. And you meet William Birkin, but he's the final boss of the game. You don't ever see him in human form. You see him after he infected himself with the G virus, after this army of hunks came in and came to extract the virus and get it to Umbrella main HQ out in the there we are in the Midwest. Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania, and I live in Hopewell, PA, and 10 minutes down the road from me is Raccoon, PA. So, yeah. Yes, I live near a place called Raccoon. And as a joke, me and my friends call it Raccoon City. And really, there's so much country land out there, you really could build a city if you wanted to there. We did the once with cardboard boxes. We put like little city shapes on it, and we just made a little Raccoon City, and we were lolling about it for quite a while. And Resident Evil 2 and Story B, you meet one more interesting character. His name is Mr. X. If you played Resident Evil 3, he's like a pre-generation nemesis. But here's a funny little factoid for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who did know, this is common knowledge to you. For those of you who are like, oh, yeah, I played all of them. Yeah, this all happens around the same time. So while there's Mr. X's running around the police station, there's Nemesis is running around. Because if you look, the dates in Resident Evil 2 are in September, and the dates in Resident Evil 3 is September. Now, unless one's in the beginning of the month and one's near the ending of the month, that's a possibility. Resident Evil Outbreak, File 2. When you beat not the last mission, but when you beat the police station mission, you drive past Leon and Claire in the squad car. Your SWAT car goes one way, and a squad car comes riding over the hill the next way. So you do ride past Leon and Claire. So Outbreak, File 2, it kind of ties in with Resident Evil 2, but yeah, well, it does tie in with Resident Evil 2 because you fight Mr. X's in the police station. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, designed by Capcom, came out in '98. Ironically, very good buy. For those of you who want to learn more about the Resident Evil story, like I stated in kind of my critique on Resident Evil 1, more like a rant. It's basically for the people who watched Resident Evil movies and played 4 and 5 and think they're great, and you want to learn more history, play 1 through 3, and you'll actually know probably a lot more about Resident Evil. But if you're new to it, you're going to like the newer ones more than the old ones. And vice versa, if you're old, you're going to like the older, well, not the newer ones, but if you're old, you're going to like the old ones over the new ones, unless you just think it was a brilliant move by Capcom to get rid of the zombies to these genetic mutations. But I'll be back with another critique. This is Reveiw, or Sully, depending on whatever you want to comment me as. Signing off, and I will be back with my critique on my next game.